The market is slow. I need more deals. I don't know what to do. I'm ready to throw in the towel. You know how many real estate professionals right now are already just about to throw in the towel if they haven't already? And this is exactly what this Make Money Monday mentorship is going to be talking about today, because the honeymoon is over. So stop scrolling, because if you are ready to hear what's about to happen, this next wave that we're about to experience, even though you could hear the echoing of agents saying the market is tough, properties aren't moving, buyers are not buying, sellers don't want to sell, the interest rates are too high, I'm here to tell you that there is a second wave of opportunity that is about to happen. But you've got to decide if you're going to be at the forefront of this wave or if you're going to get drowned by it. So, welcome, guys, to Make Money Monday Mentorship, the place where I break down the real, raw realities of what's happening in the market. And there's something I want to break down for you in this session that we're going to have. This is going to be a clarity session. So share this with everyone that you know. Go ahead and click share on your profiles, copy the link, put it on all your WhatsApp groups, send it to your friends, because everyone needs to hear what I'm going to be sharing. One of the biggest things that I see happening right now is confusion. There's so much confusion on exactly what is it that has to happen for me to make money consistently and predictably. Guys, this is what we must understand. It's one thing to be on a roller coaster ride of production, and it's another thing to be scaling in productivity. So these two words, many people have them confused. People are misunderstanding that you could be in a roller coaster ride of production. You've got a sale, then you've got no sales, then you've got two sales, then you've got no sales, then you got a couple of sales, and then you go drive for, 3, 4 months, and you run into, pitfalls and hurdles, and, you're just constantly on this up and down. That is production. But what I want you to understand is that productivity is the day to day operation that is going to get you off of the roller coaster ride. Productivity, that daily method of operating, is what's going to help you get on the upswing of consistent and predictable production. I see so many people with so much potential on this roller coaster ride. And you know what's the worst thing? That they think they cannot get off of the roller coaster, that they don't have the clarity that they need to be able to disrupt the pattern of inconsistent income. Look, there's no business that could survive with inconsistent income. You either have cash flow that's consistently coming in some way, somehow, or you are always chasing the money, chasing the next deal, chasing the next opportunity, and you never enter the realm, the space, the place of building momentum. Let me put it to you this way. If you do not put the principles in place that are going to create velocity for you to produce consistently and predictably, you're always going to go from one dealitis to one dealitis. And what does that mean? You've heard me say this before. I've shared, there's words that I use that I know you may know about them already, like excusitis, people suffering with chronic excusitis, right? One dealitis, which is you get one deal and you think that's it. One deal will never get you to where you want to go. It's the daily method of operating that's going to help you build the predictability. Now, let me tell you, right now, 90% of the market is making no money in real estate. When real estate suffers, all the other businesses in the industry feel the pressure because real estate agents are the ones that move the economy because real estate is what moves the economy. And right now, yes, it is a challenging market. It is a purging market. It is one of the best markets that's going to get rid of all the dead weight and allow those of us that want to build predictable and consistent income to be able to take our business to that next level. Okay. So it's really important for us to understand that it all comes down to your daily method of operating. It's the daily method of operating that's going to make the difference. It's what you do from Sunday night. Now, let me tell you, I don't know how many times I'm going to tell people the same thing. You must practice your golden hour. Your golden hour is Sundays between 6 and 9 p.m. That dead space of time. And you know what? And people, they hear it, but until you don't implement it, knowing about it is useless. And that's why I always say information without implementation is useless. That's why you don't need more information. You don't need another workshop. You don't need another training. And it's funny. Let me tell you a story. I want to tell you a story because I think this is important. I always look to see what we could do better. I always look to see what is missing. I always look to take it up a notch. Take it up a notch. Bring it up a notch. Because that's how the pros grow. Put it in the chat. If you're a pro, you must grow. And there's no other level to play but at the pro level. There's no other reason to be in real estate than to be at the pro level or get to the pro level. If you are a business, you know how many businesses open up? Let me tell you, 95% of businesses that open up year after year close within 12 months. 95%. That means that out of 10 businesses that open up this year, 9.5 will go out of business. Do you think that's because they knew how to grow the business? Do you think that happens because they were making a lot of money? Do you think that happens because they just, hey, you know what? I don't care. Let me go out of business. No, it's because they never knew how to implement the principles that are going to help them grow their business. And real estate is a business like any other business. In real estate, we have a 90% right now turnover. We've already lost 30% of the agents in 2026. 30% of realtors did not renew for 2026 from 2025. We still got another 60% that are about to throw in the towel because there's only so long you could go without making money. There's only so long you could, deal with the pain of not getting ahead, not moving forward. But here's the truth. The solution is simple. The solution is simple. You've got to get into productivity. And this is where the confusion lies. I've got people. Here's a story. Someone said to me about Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp. Now, you guys know that I'm going fast and furious. I've decided to build a scalable rhythm of productivity and performance co-elevation. That's what it is. It is a performance and productivity co-elevation space. Everything that I do is to elevate productivity. So I had someone that mentioned to me, because we were going over our systems, and you guys need to go over your systems. You need to audit everything that you do. What's working, what's not working, what could I do better? If you're not getting the results you want, stop doing it. Why are you going to continue doing the same thing and expect a different result? So we were talking about that, and here was the feedback. You know, Lucy, some people are showing up expecting a class on how to get a listing, expecting a class on how to, do a buyer consultation, expecting a class on, I don't know, whatever. And I said, but that's not productivity. And I'm not here to do workshops. I'm not here to do classes. I'm not here to do trainings. I'm not here to do networking. I am here to build a performance growth environment. And it got me to thinking how curious, how interesting that people in business in 2026, people in real estate in 2026 are not clear on what is the difference between production and productivity. Drop that in the chat, ask me questions. If you're watching live, give me a hashtag live. If you're watching on replay, give me a hashtag replay. But I think it's really important that you understand production is the result of productivity. What good is it for someone to teach you how to build production if you don't even know the principles, the concepts, the tactics, the techniques, the insights of productivity? Productivity is the action that will lead you to production. And here we are going to workshop after workshop. And I don't care what you sell or what business you're in. If you don't build your productivity, you're never going to scale in your production, because productivity are the principles, the insights, the concepts, the techniques, the tactics that are going to build your skill set, your mindset, your heart set, your daily method of operating. And I was like, wow, this is so interesting. People want to get more information thinking that the information is going to make them productive. Well, guys, that's like putting the cart before the horse. You've never seen anybody put the cart in front and the horse behind it, because it's the horse that's going to pull and move the cart. Well, guess what? Productivity is more important than production. Why? Because you'll never reach production without productivity. You'll never reach the production without the skill set, the mindset, the daily method of operating. So when you are constantly taking classes and workshops and Zoom calls and writing all these notes that 99.9% of people never even study, they never even review it. They never even go back to say, okay, let me see all these notes that I took. What's the one thing that I'm going to implement? But you continuously just go. Listen, the realtor associations are full of classes that nobody's implementing. We've got national organizations putting on some amazing classes that nobody's implementing. We've got great networking groups that nobody is getting any return on their investment, because who's thinking about business when you're drinking and having fun and laughing? And you know what the funniest thing is? We've got networking groupies right now. We've got people that just go from networking to networking, but nothing's happening. There's no results. There's no return on the investment. Oh, Lucy, but the networking is free. Your time is not free. If you're not paying a cover charge to get into the networking, you're paying with your time. Are you selective on the networkings that you go? And that's why, guys, I'm going to give you a news flash. You could write it down. You could say, Coach Lucy Q, the best coach on the West Coast, told you this. Networkings are losing their momentum because people are starting to realize, I've been going to networkings December, January, February, March, and I've had no closings. I've had no new deals. I've had no return on my investment. I'm not saying don't go to networkings. I'm saying networking cannot be a substitute to productivity. Going on classes and workshops and trainings and Zoom calls cannot be a substitute to productivity. So let me tell you, you're either going to be a performer or you're going to be a pretender. You're either going to perform at a high level, push yourself beyond your own mental limitations, or you're going to continue pretending. Give me a number one in the chat if you're understanding there's a huge difference between performing and pretending. And I would dare to say that 99.999999999% of people that are in the 90% that are not building consistent and predictable income, they're pretending. They're pretending that their calendar is their boss. They don't even follow their calendar. They're pretending that they're being productive and they're not. They're not even tracking their numbers. They're pretending that they're being productive, in lead generation, and they're not even making their calls. They're pretending that they are building business and they're not even following up. They're pretending that they're going to build new business and you're not even answering your phone. Guys, statistics have shown us in this day and age, if you are not immediate responsiveness, let me tell you right now, the stats show consumers are expecting a 1 minute return on their phone call, a 1 minute return on their text message. Immediate response is never been higher than now. If you are one of those people pretending that you're running a business and you are responding to calls, emails, text messages, and voicemails 24 hours later, listen, you got to get with the program. And if you know someone that is pretending to be in business and they're performing at that low of a level, you got to help a brother or a sister out. You've got to say, listen, you're not performing, you're pretending. You're pretending to be building a business. So there's so many things that we must learn right here, right now, that are all productivity based. So for those of you that think that you need more information, you need more training, you need another Zoom call, you need another, seminar, I'm here to tell you the truth. You need to either perform or continue pretending, but they're not the same. And if you're looking for another training, because I want Lucy to show me, I'm not going to show nobody how to go do what you already know how to do. And everybody knows how to talk to a client. And what I do is not just for realtors. Business is business, and the principles of business are universal. It's like gravity. I don't care if you jump from the Empire State Building or you jump from the hood of your car. The altitude does not matter. The principle of gravity is going to kick in either way. Are you with me? Give me a number 2 if you're understanding this concept. This is a concept. And most of us in business don't even understand that we are ruled by principles, and principles create concepts, and concepts develop insights, tactics, and techniques that we're supposed to be utilizing on a daily basis to build a healthy and thriving business. So think about it. I don't care if you go on the Empire State Building or on the hood of your car, the principle of gravity is going to kick in either way. Well, that's the same thing. The principle of business is going to work for anybody that implements it. And that brings me to another concept. The first one is your golden hour. There's nothing else to do Sundays between 6 and 9 than to focus on your upcoming week. Number 2, your calendar is your boss. Show me your calendar and I will tell you how much money you're making. Show me your calendar. How many face-to-face, nose-to-nose, toes-to-toes, belly-to-belly appointments are you having with people? Whether it's in person or you started off on Zoom. Show me how many conversations you're having on a daily basis with new contacts, new people. Show me your follow-up system. How are you following up with people? Because the fortune is in the follow-up. And this is where most people fall flat on their face. You do an open house, you get one person to walk in, which I think is a waste of time. You should be getting 25 to 50 people walking into your open houses. And yes, there are principles and concepts and techniques to do that, but it takes work. And I think that the problem is that 99.99999% of the 90% of people that are not having predictable and consistent income, their biggest problem is they don't want to work. You're waiting for the fairy godmother of closings or deals to show up, and she ain't showing up. She's not coming to save you. She's not coming to leave you $1 under your pillow. Okay? We're not living in the days of believing in Santa Claus. Santa Claus don't exist. There ain't no business Santa Claus anywhere. You're not going to make a wish list and have things happen. Like we need to step it up. We need to really have a heart to heart with ourselves and say, listen, are you performing or are you pretending? So as long as your calendar is not your boss, as long as every single thing is not on your calendar, you're not a CEO, you're a pretender. As long as you are not responding to your calls, your text messages, your emails consistently, quickly, high responsiveness, you're not a CEO, you're a pretender. People are not going to be waiting for you to call them back. We are not that special. None of us. And let me tell you, I'm also guilty. And that's why I'm always pushing myself to build the muscle of productivity, the muscle of high performance, the muscle of focus, the muscle of get it done, stick to itiveness, like stick to it. So I want you to understand that production and productivity are not the same. And your biggest hurdle is getting productive. If you get productive, if you put the principles in place, if you track and you measure and you manage, if you're able to, but listen, I'd rather see people put a number 1 next to each one of the things that they're supposed to be doing on a daily basis versus a bunch of fat zeros. And you know why we don't track? Because we don't want to face the truth. We don't track because we don't want to face the truth. We don't want to face that, hey, you know what? I'm not playing at the high level that I'm pretending to play. That's why I love this. I love this concept of productivity. Productivity will help you prove to you if you've got it or if you don't. Like you cannot fool productivity. You're not making enough calls. You're not following up. You're not having new conversations every single day. Listen, do you know that I'm at the point where I'm putting posts on social media? Who do I need to meet that I haven't met? Where is this and that? I'm looking for this or that person because I like to connect with them. Tomorrow, my calendar is full of people that I responded to over the weekend because I said, hey guys, help me out. Who in Southwest Florida do I need to meet that I haven't met yet? Hey guys, help me out. I'm in search of somebody that loves to teach, mentor, showcase, education. Hey guys, help me out. Who's out there that's doing this, that, or the other? Today, I met an insurance person because I put it out there. Hey guys, looking for a rockstar insurance agent that wants to be part of collaboration. So we are living in the best times to be highly productive, but we've got to get our productivity up. Our productivity game has to go up. We've got to stop pretending. You and I both know you are at home pretending to be working, pretending to be productive, pretending to be on point, pretending to be on track, pretending to be motivated, pretending to be doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to be doing it. You and I both know home is for pretending, and most people pretend at home. Performers show up. Performers have no excuse. Performers call themselves out. They don't need nobody calling them out. They call themselves out. Performers defy their own limitations. Oh, I'm tired. You push yourself beyond you're tired. Oh, today's been a hard day. You push beyond the today's. Oh, I'm nauseous. You know what? You take an Alka-Seltzer. You push beyond your. How are you going to build the muscle if every time a little bellyache kicks in, you can't even conquer the little bellyache? Like, are you really that weak? And I know, listen, I know we make up all these bologna and cheese stories. I remember when I was in elementary school, my parents, we were broke back then, right? So they would buy that bologna that has the red tape around it. Give me a number 3 in the chat if anybody see that bologna that has the little, I don't even know if they still make it. Do they make it? That bologna that has the red string around, so you got to pull it and it comes off. You know what? Red tape. Red tape. As long as you continue to believe you're pretending excuses and you're pretending you focus and you're pretending, guys, 1 minute, the stats are showing 1 minute to respond. You and I both know, that the struggle is real. But here's what I also know. This is the best market for anyone that wants to outperform their competition, because the competition is in the same boat pretending. All you got to do is put forth, 1% improvement per day. If you improve 1% per day, just 1%, if you push yourself 1%, if you overcome your little belly aches and knee aches and little headaches, 1%, at the end of 365 days, you will have improved how much? 365%. But you know what? Maybe that's a little too much. So only improve 0.5%. Turn on your notifications. Check your emails every hour. Put your phone down for an hour and a half. Get on the phone, start making some calls, start sending some voice messages, start sending some text messages to everybody. 10 people a day, 15 people a day, 20 people a day. Put some posts on your social media and say, hey, I've got an open schedule. Who wants to meet up with me and talk about buying a home, selling a home, investing? Who wants to do that? It takes so little to outperform the competition, because the competition's in the same boat pretending. That's why this market is so incredible. And here's what I also know. If 90% of the realtors right now have not closed one transaction per month, and we're only in the 4th month, 90% of the realtors have not had one consistent closing per month. And those that have, I hope they did not get one dealitis, because they're about to hit a roadblock. They're about to crash. Because now we're going, whatever you don't have under contract right now, listen to me closely. If you don't have something on the contract right now, if you don't have your pipeline full of people right now, if you're not having daily conversations right now, if you're not leveling up on your follow-up systems right now, you ain't getting paid in May. You're not going to get paid in May if you're in real estate. And if you're a regular business owner, you and I both know, regular business owners, you got to have cash flow coming in every single day. You can't be waiting for the fairy godmother to bring you a check every now and then, because you've got overhead. That's you got overhead. You got to pay rent, you got to pay light, you got to pay water, you got to pay internet. The copier doesn't work without paper. Paper is not for free. Paper needs toner, right? The copy company wants to get paid, right? You can't go to the restroom without the proper, supplies. Come on now. Business people know the pressure of running a business, and that's why 95% of them go broke. They go out of business. And it wasn't because they were making too much money. And it wasn't because they were, they didn't shut down their company because, the bank called them and said, hey, listen, you've got to take your money. You just got too much money in this bank. We can't handle it for you. So, they didn't meet with their partners and you know what, let's shut down the company because the bank is full. They can't handle our money. No, they were pretending. So, guys, I wanted to share that with you because I hope that you come to the realization that without productivity, which is the concepts, the insights, the principles that back those concepts and insights, the techniques and the tactics, you're not going to build production. If you don't respect the process of what it takes to make money and get consistent with it every single day, you're not going to make money. If you don't have a pipeline that is full, if you're not immediate responsiveness, that means 1 minute, maximum 5 minutes to return texts, calls, emails, then you're pretending. And if you don't get out of your house like 911, I think you got some thinking to do. So I hope you got something out of this Make Money Monday mentorship. And I'm here to help anybody that is serious about growing. As a matter of fact, I've got The Prodigy's Path to Success, my ebook. Go to my bio on TikTok, go to my bio on Instagram, grab a copy, read it. Go grab a copy of my ebook, read it, study it, highlight it, write notes on it. And if you still need my help, DM me. Go make it happen, my friends. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your week because Monday is the most important day of the week. I'll see you next time.